Okay, right. Now I think it's working. I was talking to myself there for a few seconds. Let me just check that it's working on YouTube. Welcome everybody. I am Elizabeth, also known as Ely of Erra. Yes, it's working. There I am. Good, good, good. It's working. It's working. Hello, AH. How are you? And Chu, it's nice to see you here. Let me see. Let me just check something. Okay, so everything's working. Okay, it's been a long time since I've done a live here on this English channel. And actually, I haven't done any lives in my Spanish one either because I have been really busy. I decided to get myself into some commitments at the beginning of the year. And I thought, yeah, they're going to take a lot of my time, but I didn't think how much. And how much of my emotional well-being they were going to take away. But it was a good plan and it worked. So I was successful. Mm, but that meant that I was not able to do any lives or any type of socializing actually at all. But I am back. And while I was really busy, I saw the video that I'm sure you saw of Gosha talking about the infiltration and the Taygetan Disclosure. I don't know what you felt, but to be honest, I didn't feel anything bad. I wasn't surprised. I didn't feel betrayed. I didn't feel any negative emotion, which surprised me as well. And the little time that I had to think about all this, I just went round and round in my head, of all the videos all this time. When did it happen? How did it happen? And the good thing about being busy as I was, is that I wasn't able to make a public, um, give you an opinion publicly. And so I was able to just think about it and go back, go forward, go sideways. Because it's difficult to, sometimes it's difficult to accept when, I'm going to say this nicely, when someone or something is how can I say this? Is misleading you. And I wasn't able to think about it too much, to be honest, but I did observe a lot of the comments, some videos. And now that I have time, I've made my decisions on how to go forward from here. And I want to explain why of my decision. What was my train of thought? And I'll give you the reasons to support it. That's the whole point of having a conversation, that you say what you think and have something to support that decision. That's the whole idea. So at the beginning, I wasn't going to say anything because I thought, well, maybe this is not my war. This is not my battle. It has nothing to do with me, really. It seems to be something between maybe Gosha Robert and this person or group, agency, I don't know. And I thought maybe, what to do. I was thinking, what am I going to do? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I couldn't get it out of my mind because for the simple reason is that I am involved. Um, because even though I am human, I am using these avatar human. I am human, yes, but I'm an immersion and I am Taygetan. If this had been a Urma disclosure, Engan disclosure, I don't think I would have said anything. Maybe just, give an opinion here and there, but it wouldn't have been my battle. But this is Taygetan, and I am Taygetan. And Svaru official says that she is the queen of Taygeta. So she is someone that represents me. Even though I am human at this moment, right now, I am Taygetan in immersion. So she represents me here. So do I have something to say? Yes, I do have something to say. And if I find that a possible queen is saying something or doing something, behaving in a way that I don't think it's right, I'm going to say something. Because I'm Taygetan. I'm not Urma, I'm not Engan, I'm Taygetan. And she's representing me. So there's quite a difference here between Gosha and Robert. You don't know Robert, but Robert is the other half of the Taygetan Disclosure with Gosha. He only speaks Spanish, but I think you've heard of him. You cannot have the same, they do not have the same responsibility that a queen has, right? A queen, I believe, has to behave differently to how someone like Robert and Gosha do. They don't have that type of responsibility. And so you cannot judge them the same way. Also, Gosha and Robert are human. They are living a human existence from beginning to end, which means that they do have to generate income to survive, and they have their everyday problems that everyone else, and we do know what they are. Mary, on the other hand, does not. She has other rules to play with, and she's not human. So they cannot be judged the same way. Now, I understand about personalities. Everyone has their own personality. I have my own personality. Some people dislike my personality. What can I say? I'm sorry. Others are not going to like the personality, Mary's personality, or Gosha's personality, or Robert's personality. Hey, they're human. They're people. So putting personalities aside, there's one thing that I was not okay with, which is, for me, it's where the whole problem started, even though it started before, because I was having already a hard time doing the lives talking about the news, Mary's news, because I found something that was off for some reason. So I was having difficulty making videos in regards to them. So there was something off for me. But I was so busy, I was doing other things that I didn't pay much attention. But there's one thing that for me triggered alarms and I was not okay with. And I'm going to be really blunt about this. When after Gosha and Robert made their video in regards to this infiltration, there was a response from Mary. Now, Mary supposedly is a queen of a race. The response that they got from my queen, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? We're talking about apparently from a queen who is militarized. She has a lot of power. Just by being queen, she has a lot of power. And then she's militarized. What is it when I say she's militarized? It's basically when they go and defend someone or they go against an enemy of some sort. She has the power to say, you can go ahead and kill them. She's basically the one that pulls the trigger, right? She has a lot of power. So when you have a lot of power, you have a lot of responsibility, right? So we're talking about someone who apparently, we're talking about someone, I don't think there's a queen here, who has so much power that needs to have more responsibilities, right? If she sees someone like Robert and Gosha, who have been providing the Taygetan information to humans in a way that is kind of amazing, actually, I believe. With all those videos, they take their time and they've done an amazing job. Don't you think that a queen, if she sees there is this video of concern coming from these people, that she would come and say, let's have a conversation, right? It's obvious. She would say, let's have a conversation. She doesn't need to have a conversation with everyone, but these are two people that have made the Taygetan Disclosure. They've done it on their own with the Taygetans, but nobody else has done it. She didn't take the time to have a normal conversation with Robert and Gosha. And to me, Robert and Gosha are people throughout the years that I've watched them. They've never been rude. They've never been fishy about things. They have taken care of their privacy, obviously. But as far as I've been observing them, they have been genuine and honest. And they have dedicated themselves to this work. And I think that they deserved at least a conversation to say, what's happening? You are worried about something. What are you not understanding? But she didn't. Instead, she decided to use that time to make a video that to me was uncalled for. I mean, I just cannot believe that a queen would do something like that. I found it to be just insane. What am I missing here? And then, if that wasn't enough, she made another video. That to me was just, I mean, so that's when I thought, wait a minute, there's no queen here. This is no, this is definitely, there's no queen is here. Definitely not. I'm playing with something here. It's just not possible. She has made all these videos for how many years? 2, 3 years it's been. She's talking about high ethics, empathy, understanding, patience, intelligence. And with just those 2 videos, she threw everything out the window. I'm having a really hard time believing that a queen would do that. It's not possible. It's definitely not possible. I mean, no, there's something going on here. And some people can argue and say, well, you're not talking to humans. She's not human. She's not going to react and behave the same way that you think she should behave as. She's not human. Yes, but she's a person. She may be extraterrestrial, but she's a person. And what they've been telling us all this time is that they are people, just like you and I. In fact, they have more empathy. They have more understanding. They have more time. How long can they live for? At least 1,000 years. We don't have that much time. So don't you think she would have time to have 1, 2, 3 hours conversation with Robert and Gosha? Obviously, she would. So because of those 2 videos, no, I cannot see that happening. I don't see that reaction from a queen. It's not possible. It's insane. It's ridiculous. And if she is a queen, we're in deep trouble. But I just cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. There's so many other aspects here. Because, I mean, so many things going on. I mean, for example, some people would say Robert and Gosha now have done something terrible. Okay. They have made Mary lose, let's say she's a real queen, her income that she needs to survive, because with that money she eats, apparently. And she then rescues children from dooms with that money. Okay, let's say it's true. Let's say it's true. Think about this. I have some sort of allergy. Just a moment. I cannot turn off the video, because if I do, I don't think I can turn it back on. So excuse me, but this is what happens when you go live. So let's say that this is a queen. Let's say she's extraterrestrial. And let's say that she really needed the money. Okay. Oh no, I didn't. It's gonna be a problem. I didn't plug in my computer. Great. I was doing a test. Okay, just a moment. Oh, for goodness sake. Oh no, now that don't go anywhere. You see? Oh no, it's working. Hey. So the video is working. Okay, good. It's on. Okay. Okay, it's on. Oh good, the video is working. Okay, so let's say Mary's Mary. She's extraterrestrial and she needs the money. First of all, I can say for sure that, let me give you an example. For example, I am responsible for my food, right? You are responsible for your food. How do you generate income or get your food? That's your responsibility, correct? Right? It's not the responsibility of your parents. It's not the responsibility of your neighbor. It's not the responsibility of the government. It's your responsibility, correct? So you need to get food, and it's not my responsibility to give you that food. Let's say you start doing YouTube because you want to generate income to supply yourself with food, right? Okay. So I am watching you and you are generating income. Is it my responsibility to provide you with your food if I go away and don't watch your channel again? It's not my responsibility. It's not someone else's responsibility either. If that other person talks badly about you and you lose some subscribers, is it their responsibility that you're not getting your food? Because this is the problem she's having. She's unable to eat now. Because that's what she said. We are feeding her with that money. That's how she feeds herself, with the money that she gets from YouTube. Think about this. This is sounding crazier and crazier. So she has the responsibility to feed herself. Don't you think that there are, I'm sure there are, in those 34 million Taygetans that live in Taygetan, in, what is it, Erra and Temer? Is it Temer? Don't you think that out of those 34 million people, just a group of them will say, we can figure out how to feed Queen Mary, how she can have that special food that she needs from Earth that she cannot get anywhere else? I'm sure there are some people who can do something to provide food for her, right? Of course there is. She's responsible for feeding herself. And she gives us that responsibility. Without the donations, she's unable to eat. Really? Are you seriously? This is insane. Do you know what we have to do to get the money to feed you? It's insane. It's illogical. Now, apparently, the money that she used was to free children from dooms. Do you know how much money you need to do that type of work? It must be a huge amount of money. She's not going to get that from donations from YouTube. That's insane. So she has a responsibility, if she really does exist, on how to survive. And she cannot put that responsibility on someone else, external. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. And another thing, I have been hearing a lot of people for a while now saying that they stopped watching her videos because there was nothing new. Um, and it's true. I can say it's true because I have watched almost all the videos that have come out from Robert and Gosha, almost all of them. And there's a lot of information. It takes a lot of time to listen to those videos, a lot of time. And because I like the information, I listen to them. And Mary's videos say nothing new. You can get that information from Robert and Gosha. Now, don't you think that the amount of information that the Taygetans gave Robert and Gosha that have come through those videos is what? Let's give it a percentage. Let's be really, really generous. Let's say it's 5% of all the knowledge that Taygetans have. Sounds ridiculous. It's probably 0.001%. Okay, 5%, just to give it a number. Let's say that the Taygetans gave Gosha 5% of all the knowledge they have. Scientific, engineering information, medical, etc., etc. Don't you think that is in these 2 or 3 years, Mary could have given all the other 95 information? She hasn't been able to give any more information at all. Nothing. The only new thing that she has given us is the news. But that's news. That's not information. That's not technical information. She doesn't give anything new. That's insane. I don't know why I didn't see that. It just didn't occur to me. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. This is ridiculous. In all these years, the only information that she has given us, you can find them in Robert and Gosha's channel. And that's what? 5% of all the knowledge that Taygetans have? I'm being generous here. I don't think Svaru official is an actual queen. I don't think, no, there's something else going on here. There's something else going on here. What could it be? Oh my goodness, what could it be? I really don't know. An agency? I don't think they are just pure humans who just wanted to make some money. Because if they were just humans that wanted to make money by hacking into these channels and PayPal accounts, apparently. They would have kept um, a good relationship with Robert and Gosha because everything is done through chat. So I'm thinking they would have just been nice to them, and Robert and Gosha would have continued supporting them, right? It makes no sense. But they've done the opposite. They've attacked them. So I'm thinking, I don't think it's just someone who's out just to make money out of this. There's something else going on here. Um, could it be an agency that's just trying to put an end to this in a terrible way? Um, but I don't think uh, she's going to be able to because she hasn't kept up with the same amount of videos. So this group of this person, I think it's a group of people, kind of needed the money, or they just don't have the views and and they don't have the views and the money. But I don't think it was just money. They wanted something else. And I do wonder what that is. But the way they've behaved with Robert and Gosha, it's just not right. No, there seems to be some hate towards them, which is kind of weird, I think. Um, yeah, no, it's not right at all. I'm going to say hello. John Wiley, hello, how are you? Drifting into the night, hi. Alfredo Granados, hello, how are you? AH, Freddie says, it is not the first time. This is a war. Yes, it's been a war for a long time now. And yeah, something going on. He says, we have had other infiltrators before. Yes, we have. Definitely, we have. Drifting into the night. Says, with all due respect, why do you not feel called to say something about the actions taken by the other side? Not to mention there were no action taken that were unjust. She wished to be independent. Um, you're because Robert and Gosha were quiet about this for a while, and they obviously are going to say something if they see something off, if they see that we are being taken advantage of. And it's their responsibility to say something. And which I think it's fine. Now you can argue, well, they could have done it differently. Maybe, but that's how they did it. Now, we have to understand here that what can Robert and Gosha do to marry? Let's think about this. What they can do with their actions to do something terrible to marry. Apparently a queen. What can they do? What can they do? I mean, they are not militarized. They don't have any power. They're not in the government. They're not an agency. They are just two humans who do videos on YouTube. They are two humans that do videos on YouTube. That's who they are. What can they do with those videos that could do something terrible to an apparent queen of an extraterrestrial race who is in orbit, militarized, with an advanced technology, and who can live more than 1,000 years, and who has had experience that she can remember? It's like comparing the force of an elephant and the force of an ant, a little ant. Robert and Gosha are ants. What can they do to an elephant? They can shout. They can make videos. And Mary, with all her power, she can just step on them and they are gone. She's militarized. Let's remember this. Apparently, she's a queen who is militarized. She can do a lot of harm to Robert and Gosha. A lot. There is an abuse of power here if she's really a queen. So let's not talk about Robert and Gosha and how they behaved. And I don't think they behaved in any way that's terrible. Yes, Robert has his personality, but what can he do? He's a human living a human life, try to enjoy it in his caravan, making videos on YouTube. That's it. So you cannot compare them and judge them the same way. It's insane. It's crazy. So there is a big difference. There's a big difference. If there are reasons, drifting into the night says, for reasons you may not yet understand. If there are reasons that I do not understand, it is the responsibility of a queen to manage this in a way that she doesn't insult and in a way that she informs people. If she is a queen of Taygeta, of my race, I deserve an explanation, and so does Gosha. Even though we are both in immersion, we are Taygetans and we do deserve an explanation. Simple as that. If I don't understand, explain it. But so far, there are no explanations. Mary Juarez, hello, how are you? Drifting into the night says, as far as you have been observing them, you are basing judgments off on an unknown condition. Yes, observation is the only thing that I have at this moment. Of Robert and Gosha, you say yes. And some contact. So far, so good with them. I back them up because they've been treated very unfairly. It's not right. There is someone here who has a lot of power, and they have none. Robert and Gosha have no power. Drifting into the night. Ellie, please, friend. No one claimed that anyone had or has responsibility. What if what was shared since were the truth? She did not claim that she wouldn't be able to eat. That was never claimed. Yes, she did claim it. She said that with the donations that she was able to eat, literally. Without them, she wasn't able. I cannot see the queen starving for food either. Antoine, hello. How are you? Drifting into the night. She wishes no harm for Robert and Gosha. That's not the videos that she sent out. I mean, the videos that she made were very passive aggressive. She's quite aggressive. Um, no, I wouldn't. I do not trust it. I don't think there is a queen here. That's the thing. Ah, drifting into the night. She did explain with the video, she says, she did explain with the videos about narcissist. She did it with beautiful wisdom. It is a teaching with respect and love. No, it was not. Definitely, it was not. Passive aggressive. Oh my gosh. No. Freddie, this is related to the old lady, the interstellar mediator. I don't know. It's interesting because, see, I don't know that lady. I went to her channel. I finally found her channel. Um, but there's a story there. There's something there. I know that they got the context through her. I don't know much about her. Mm, and I haven't watched her videos. I don't know what's going on there. Mm, yeah. A lot of people talk about the lady. Yes. Lida Triana, hello. How are you? Scott Adams says, I also don't think they were treated fairly, and I don't think the things I have heard coming from Mary has not reflected of anything I have learned from Taygetans for all the years I've watched Goshen. No, there's nothing new. And naturally, I say this perfect word, naturally, Mary would have given a lot of information that was not coming out from the original disclosure. Naturally. Why? Because if she is who she says she is, she has a lot of knowledge and information, technical information. Um, because of all the knowledge that the Taygetans must have, Mary also has it. So naturally, all her videos would have been just overflowing with amazing technical information. Obviously, she would have repeated herself, yes, with the information that we already have from Robert and Gosha, of course. But most of it would have been new information, and she has none. The new people that have arrived that haven't taken the time, and it's understandable, to listen to Robert and Gosha's videos from the beginning would feel that Mary has excellent information, and she does, but it has already been said with Robert and Gosha. Mary hasn't given us any new information. And I understand that people are just coming into the disclosure. They will want to watch the latest videos. Of course, we all do. We want to watch the latest videos. And we are not really going to go digging into old videos. But I have watched almost all the videos from Robert and Gosha, and I can tell you there's nothing new from Mary's channel. There's nothing new. Only the news. Only the news. So with that, just with that, I don't think there's a queen here. It's not possible, because naturally she would have given so much new information, technical information, because she must have so much knowledge. And she has so many people around her with a lot more knowledge as well. But she doesn't give anything new. No, there's no queen here. There's no queen. When did this happen? I don't know. Was it from the beginning? But then the Taygetans would have said something. They say that the infiltration happened about a year ago, something like that. Maria Miranda, hello, how are you? Thank you. Mary Juarez says, and the news are just science fictionally. It is, because if there is no queen, I mean, I think that even just, let's say there's no queen and there is an extraterrestrial there, naturally, there would be a lot of information that we have not heard from Robert and Gosha's channel, because they know so much just by being outside. So there's not even an extraterrestrial, I think, behind this Wadu official channel. It's just humans trying to make money. But I don't think that was the only goal for them. Something's off. Drifting into the night, a psychological filter based upon input you trust, and it's understandable. Blessings. It is the first time, I have to admit, that someone who has a complete opposite point of view from myself that talks so nicely. So thank you. But I disagree. And definitely disagree. Because it's just, I do not accept that a queen who has been talking for years in her videos about empathy and high ethics would behave in a way that would treat so badly two humans that have absolutely no power over her or over anything. It's just impossible to believe. Mm. I don't think. I don't think. Well, that's and I don't think there's a queen in that channel. So everything that comes out of it to me is it's not real. It's not right. It's made up. It's science fiction. It's definitely science fiction. It's a shame though, because I really wanted it to be true. I have to be honest. I really wanted this Varu channel to be real. I really, really did been thinking about this. And I have to tell you, ever since I have had trouble making videos talking about the news from Mary's channel, I have had to widen my what I would consider okay as behavior, as a behavior from a queen, someone with this type of power. And I was always um, widening um, this how much I would accept that someone could behave in a way that I was not okay with. And I would always give the benefit of the doubt because I want this to be true. I want there to be a queen. I would love it if there was an extraterrestrial giving information directly to humans. It would be great. But it doesn't add up. It's just illogical for me to keep thinking that this is real. It's not possible. And I do have to base my decisions on what I understand, of what I see, what I feel. And this is something is off here. It's not, no, definitely. So whatever comes out of that channel to me is it's a moot point. I mean, there's no queen here. And not even that. There's no extraterrestrial here. These are humans. I think these are humans. Um, it's unfortunate. Really, really is quite unfortunate. Um, okay. So, anything else? I can't think of anything else, unfortunately. Um, it's a shame that this has happened um, because they have taken advantage um, of everybody, and they've taken advantage of Robert and Gosha. I mean, when Gosha said that she gave half of what she earned from her YouTube channel to them, I thought, wow, that's quite generous. I mean, you have to be thankful if someone does that for you. You have to be thankful, and you have to be kind. I mean, they are people, right? Right? They do have high ethics, right? So it's obvious that they are not, there's no queen here. Oh, well. So that's it. Anything else, guys, that you want to say or ask or discuss? Um, what do you guys think? I had to put this person on timeout because even though she does write in a beautiful way, she was spamming my my chat, and I think sometimes that's the whole idea. You're attacking with the hearts, so you're drowning people in hearts. It's drowning just the same. So, anything else? Anyone else? Thank you guys for being here. Um, appreciate the company, and I will continue with this channel. Obviously, we are now going to. I'm going to keep talking about the disclosure. I think there's still a lot to talk about. There's a lot of information there. Um, there's a lot to discuss. There are a lot more things that we can do. And I look forward to more videos. I look forward to talking to you. If you want to discuss something, please let me know in the comments. Um, and yeah, we can do that too. So thank you so much. Lovely to see you here, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.